Are you a freelancer because you want to be your own boss? I'm learning to thrive in the economy. Would you like to learn too? My name is Bruce Rule. I'm a writer and editor, and I recently published a book called Heartfelt Goodbye, How to Write and Deliver the Eulogy Your Loved One Deserves. And I've been doing freelance now for about 5 years. And I saw a survey recently from GoDaddy that I thought was very interesting. They surveyed small business owners about what their definition of the American dream is. 39% replied that their idea of the American dream is to be your own boss. And I thought to myself, as a freelancer, I would think that number would be much, much higher for freelancers, because I think we want to be our own bosses. That's why we're freelancing. And I had a situation happen this week that reminded me of the benefit of being a freelancer and having a freelance business where you have multiple clients. I've had a long-time client, and the contact at that client is changing. And this week I had my first interaction with the new contact. Now, this is somebody I had met at a company function once or twice, but I'd never had any business with. And I started to do the thing that I normally do every week with the company. And she sent an email saying, "You shouldn't be doing that. You should do this." And I thought, well, I messaged back and I said, well, this is what I was told to do years ago, and I've been doing it the same way. And she repeated. She sent another email. "You shouldn't be doing this. Do it this way." And it triggered something inside me, where I was like, well, okay, I'll do it the way you want me to do it. I'm not arguing. I don't care. It didn't take any more time or anything like that. But it was the word shouldn't and should. It felt like a reprimand in a way. And even after I explained, well, this is how the previous person had me doing it, and I've been doing it this way for years. I don't, what's the big deal? She still responded with a should and shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing that. And it did. It felt very much like I was being reprimanded. And I thought, well, this is my first contact with this person. So maybe it's just the way she writes her emails. Maybe she's having a bad day. Maybe she's careless with her language. So I'm not going to get upset about it. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, if this is going to be the relationship, maybe I don't want to have this client anymore, And that is the benefit of being your own boss. Because I thought, you know what? If this doesn't improve, I'll just walk away. Thank you very much. Have a good life. Whereas if you're depending on a salary and you're in a company and your old boss moves on and the new boss comes in and starts reprimanding you right away, you know what you have to do? You have to grin and bear it, because you got no choice. You can quit your job, I guess, but how many people can do that? No, instead you got to put up with the boss, and you got to adjust even though the boss is reprimanding you for things that you were doing perfectly fine a week before. And that's something that I never really liked when I was working in corporate world, in the newsrooms and whatever. You got a new team leader, you got a new boss, and all of a sudden what you had been doing was not just wrong, but you were wrong to be doing it. When in fact, my argument was, hey, the previous boss told me to do it this way. I'm in the right. You want me to change? I'll change. But that doesn't mean I was wrong before, because I was doing what my boss wanted. You're now the boss. I'll do it your way. But don't tell me I was wrong for doing it the previous way, because that's the way the previous boss wanted. That comes back to why I like being a freelancer. I like being my own boss, setting my own pace, doing what I want and not doing what I don't want to do, and dealing with clients that I get along with. And as I said, if this client continues to, shall we say, reprimand me or be a little negative towards me, I'll just leave. No big deal. How would you handle it if you were a freelancer? More importantly, if you have a job, how would you handle a new boss coming in and reprimanding you in the first email you get from that person? I bet it didn't feel good if that ever happened to you. Please comment down below, like and share this video, subscribe because YouTube really likes that. And until next week, take care.